Okay, guys, so we're looking at page 1 of our math lesson today. You see the beginnings of a hundreds chart. So, our hundreds chart, but only up to 30 today. This topic, in topic 11, we're going to go all the way up to 100, and we'll be using a full hundreds chart for that. So, take a look and see if you notice any patterns. We're going to start talking about number patterns we see. Do you see anything? So I'm going to use some of these interactive tools here. So we see the pattern of our numbers counting. We know our number patterns, adding one more each time, each number getting higher. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a pattern. That is a pattern. Yes. Okay. So another pattern you might see is when you look at the chart up and down in what we call columns, our up and down columns. So what do you notice if I say circle this column here? What is repeated in all of the boxes that I circled? Do you see a 1 in all of those boxes? You see a 1, 1, 1. What over here? In this column. Sorry, my circling's not perfect. You see something repeating? See that 4 repeating? Does anyone remember where that 4 is? Think about our straws when we were doing the days of school every morning. Our different places. The ones place. The 4 is in the ones place. So that is one pattern we see. Now, let's see if I can use the eraser tool to do this. And I'll erase these. So now, what do you notice? There used to be a highlighter here. I would have loved a highlighter. All right. So I'm going to use a colored line this time. What about when we go this way? What do you notice as we go along on the rows? Not the up and down columns, but the rows. What do you notice? Do you notice the first number stays the same as we go down the row? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All the way down the row until our last number. Then it changes. What place is that number in, that 1 in this red underlined row? What place is that? That's the tens place, ladies and gentlemen. That's the tens place. So you'll see some patterns when you go up and down in our columns. The ones place stays the same. Look, a 2 in the ones place, a 2 in the ones place, a 2 in the ones place. I hope you can see my little eraser or my cursor. I'm trying to use this little guy or this little guy so you can see what I'm pointing at. Okay, our 4 is in the ones place. Excellent. And then if we go across the rows, we see that the tens place number stays a 1. Down on the bottom row, the tens place is what number? What number is in the tens place in this whole row until the end? What number is that in the tens place? I'm kind of pointing to it now. Do you see it? A 2. We have a 2 in the tens place there. Good. So on this page, what they were asking was to color boxes that show a pattern you find. So, I mean, we basically just did that right now. I'm going to use a red counter, and I'm going to put one here, and one here, and one here. That could be one way you show me your pattern. Okay? You show me that those numbers that had a counter on it, I put them there because they all had a 3 in the ones place. Okay, let's see if we can turn the page, or if I can. Great, great. Okay, so you see they did a lot of stuff up here, and some of it looks a little confusing. But the reason we're doing that is because they're showing you the numbers that are the same color, the 1 and the 21. What's the same in both of those? The 1 in the ones place. And then the 2 and the 22. What's the same there? The 2 in the ones place. I'm giving you that time to think about your answer. In class, maybe someone would raise their hand and I'd get a chance to call on them. But these lessons are a little tricky, and I wanted to kind of look at them a little bit with you before mom and dad do some of the work with you. And then I do want you to go back and look at the pages, watch the visual animation, do the quick check so you can do all those things to try them yourselves. But for these lessons, I am going to try to upload a little video like this so we can kind of sort of work together. So you can kind of sort of listen to what we're doing. It's not ideal and it's not perfect, but it's a way for you to see the math book and hear me. So down here we circled. See those little tiny dotted circles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Circled. What's happening? We're going up by 1. Our numbers are getting larger. Now, notice there's a 1 circled here and a 1 circled here. I wonder why that is. Do you think you know? Okay, say what right now. Just say it out loud. Why do you think the 1 and this 1 next to the 2, why are those both circled? Because they both have a 1 in the ones place. And then up here we have a 2 and a 22. A 3 and a 23. Okay? So what number is missing here after the 2? 7, 17, 2, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. What do I need? I need a 7 to make, what number is that now? 27. So I also want you and mom and dad to really practice these countings. So if you need to take counters or pennies or coins or anything at home to count, that's great. You can do that. So after 27, what do we need to make? After that, 2 for the next number. And 8. What is that number's name while I make it? You say it out loud. 28. Good. What comes next? I'm going to make the 9, draw it in. What do we have now? 29. Good. And after 29 comes, not 2010, what is that number? We should know that. We definitely did that much counting in our calendar every day. In our days of school, we've done it. Absolutely. 30. Good. Okay, so let's delete that. And let's take a look at the next page. And this is the page you can kind of go on now at this point. And with mom and dad, what I'd like you guys to do is I'd like you to take a look at this and fill in the missing numbers. Okay, you can do this on a dry erase board. You can do this on paper. Mom and dad don't have to print it out. They don't have to submit every single thing to me. I love seeing your work, but I don't want mom and dad to stress if it's difficult printing them all out, getting it all done. If you're writing them in here and they're happy with what you're doing, great. If they want to make a little grid on paper and you fill in the boxes, great. I mean, if you had a dry erase board at home, that would be perfect. You could take your little dry erase board, mom and dad can set it up, and you fill in some numbers. Maybe just do it 1 row at a time. Mom and dad leave different numbers missing, like over here, there's different numbers missing. Oh, wait, what goes here? What goes there? I'm going to talk about filling that in, okay? So this one, I think it's pretty easy, the first couple, right? Even the next set, it's all started for you. But look over here. We've got, look at these. They're out of order. They're missing here. They're missing there. Okay. So you start at the beginning and you count. So let's count together. 1, 2, 3. Wait, that's what you put here. 4. Great. So we can keep counting. It does not hurt us to keep counting and practice, okay? Don't just skip to the next box. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we go down here to 11, 12. That's how we count. When we get to the end of one row, we go to the beginning of the next. 12, 13. Oh, look, there's a 4 up there. I know this number has to have a 4 in the ones place. Sorry about the noises. Oh, make 14. The 1 goes in front. 14. Good. 15, 16, 17, 18. A 1 followed by an 8 makes 18. See, I know it's not easy to do it using the mouse. I'm trying it now. 18, 19. Who's answer 19? It's not teen 10, 10 teen. Who remembers? Say it out loud to someone at home, or just to the air. 20. 2 and a 0. Okay, I'm not going. Not my neatest writing, but that's fine. Actually, I really want to fix it. There we go. Okay. So now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see along the lines what we're doing. You can fill in what's missing here. There's another page for you guys to do on your own. Okay. So let me clear this out for the moment because I'm running out of time. My videos can't be longer than 15 minutes when I'm using this version. Okay, so this page, you should be trying on your own. I'm not going to do any of it with you now. And just to be clear with mom and dad, these would have been the homework pages, right? Homework up there, the homework. There's directions down there. They're looking for you to find patterns, circle different things, you know, just that they see the columns up and down and the differences with the rows. And then the second page of the homework. And this is the end of where you would have been today. Okay, so when you get to the when you're on the interactive version, like I am right now of the math lesson, it doesn't let you go to the next page. The e-text sometimes does. Just because you can go to the next page doesn't mean you need to. Once you look at that first page of homework, like this, you know the next thing that you're going to see is the last that you have to look at for today's skill and lesson. And I have to say, topic 11 is rather tricky in the way it asks them to think. So I think I'm going to be trying to upload a lot of the math using this format. If this works and it is comfortable for all of you, fingers crossed this should be a nice tool for us to use. Okay, so I'm going to log off and you guys are going to go try finding those math patterns and counting up to 30. Okay? Good luck, guys. See you soon.